The following program is presented by Pro Sound and Video.
Today on Broward Teen News, we're here at Cypress Bay High School to learn a little bit more about the home of lightning.
Stay tuned to learn about the rise of AI,
A unique flight program for kids,
how a green screen really works,
and much more.
Welcome back to Broward Teen News, Cypress Bay Edition. My name is Linda Dubrow.
And I'm Samuel Pombo, and today we're going to look inside our school to showcase some of the amazing things happening here in the storm.
Like our first story, where our reporters got to take a look at a special event that introduces children to the art of piloting aircrafts.
Flying a plane is no easy task, but today the professionals are teaching the unexpected flyers how it's done.
We are at the Challenge Air event in Flight Day in Fort Lauderdale. This event is an event where they have kids with special needs or disabilities, and they get to be co-pilots for the day.
They fly, and we're looking for just kind of how they can see the world differently, get different perspectives. They're seeing it from a higher vantage point. They're up in the clouds, up in the sky, and they're getting to realize that they can do things. And I'm so happy that they've been able to experience what it is to accomplish something that really not many people get to do.
But even the smallest children have the biggest dreams.
So Maggie is 15 years old. She was born at 11 ounces. So she's the smallest baby from Joe DiMaggio and the 23rd smallest baby girl in the world.
She was given absolutely zero chance of surviving. It's changed my perspective in life totally, to have an opportunity to experience what it is to fly in an airplane.
We tell her you're going to go flying. She gets very excited and smiles and puts on videos that have airplanes. And if you ask her, are you excited to go flying? She can tell you yes with the device. All the things that we were told were never going to happen, that we would never take our child home from the hospital, every single thing we celebrate. We celebrate all of the little things that other people might take for granted, because for us, they're magical.
That perspective of, I did do it, and you're trying to get them to realize, so you did that, now what else? What else can you do?
Challenge Air creates new opportunities to take off in ways none has before. Reporting for Cypress Bay Television, I'm Dylan Tripoli.
Ay, qué emoción, mi amor. ¿Cómo estás?
In the 1980s, an unlikely object became the centerpiece of America's fight to find missing children, the milk carton. What started as a local initiative would turn into one of the most memorable and controversial public awareness campaigns in history. The story begins in 1979 when 6-year-old Eaton Patz went missing in New York City. His face would be the first to appear on milk cartons, launching a campaign that would change how America searched for missing children. At the time, nearly 1.8 million children went missing annually, but there was no official response system, meaning police departments had no way of communicating cases across states. The milk carton campaign officially started in 1984, when Anderson and Erickson Dairy in Des Moines, Iowa, partnered with local dairy companies. By 1985, 700 dairy companies had joined the initiative. The campaign's power lied in awareness. While previously ads were only seen in paid newspapers, millions of milk cartons reached homes daily, meaning much more people were seeing these missing faces. The program helped to successfully recover several missing children, one of the most notable cases being that of Bonnie Lohman, who recognized herself on a milk carton. However, the numbers behind missing children weren't what they seemed. While reports showed there were 200 million children going missing annually, only 115 of those were considered stranger abductions. The program also had some unintended consequences. Children were becoming increasingly more fearful seeing missing faces at breakfast, and parents became anxious of stranger danger. leading to dramatic changes in how children were allowed to play and socialize. By 1996, the program was replaced with a more effective Amber Alert system, and thanks to this modern system, 96% of missing children are found annually, compared to just 62% in 1990. And while the faces on milk cartons have disappeared, their legacy lives on in today's more effective child recovery systems. If you want to help find missing children today, go to www.missingkids.org or sign up for Amber Alerts in your area.
Here at BTN, we have the pleasure of working with other schools in the area to find out what's going on in South Florida.
Here's a story from Seminole Ridge High School on a special diner with family at its heart.
In between an auto service center and a relax inn houses a kitchen. Mom's Kitchen.
Mom's Kitchen is a family-owned restaurant that's been here in Lake Worth since 1962. There's only like more of a family feel in the diner. And, you know, we have lots of home-cooked meals. You can get breakfast all day. And it's just a homey place to be. And it's kind of like a place where everyone knows your name.
Mom's Kitchen isn't just a place where you can dine on homemade food. It's also a place where memorable relationships and even lessons are made.
Greg is our owner. Greg bought Mom's Kitchen in 2020. Just 2024, the week before Thanksgiving. He wasn't feeling well, went home, and he had an aortic aneurysm and passed away. It brought us closer and it made us realize that you're here. You can be here today, but not tomorrow. You never know what's going to happen.
Greg didn't just leave a mark on his staff, but his customers too.
I come here, it is a little different without him being here. His wife's a wonderful woman, but it's not the same as what it was when he was here, because he'd be mopping the floor, sweeping, talk to everybody, very sociable. Anyway, I miss you, Greg.
Customers and staff alike all remember Greg as an owner, a colleague, but most of all, a friend. Reporting for WSRH Extra, I'm Brooke Perez.
When you have a test or quiz coming up, where do you like to study?
Panera. I like to go to Panera Bread.
The library. Probably my office in my house.
Panera. Panera? Panera, probably.
My shower.
Panera.
Panera Bread. Panera Bread.
I'd say Panera.
Panera.
Panera. Panera, probably.
See, I still don't understand why everybody said Panera.
Yeah, honest, I wasn't really expecting that, but I honestly did my research after that, and it's not really rocket science. Like when you're studying, you want comfortable seating, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Well, Panera offers a wide variety of seating. They got high tops, regular tables, and even booths.
I mean, wouldn't you think my room's better? I have a comfortable chair, good computer, music. Kind of all I need for a perfect study environment, isn't it?
Well, true, but according to studies, being with your friends in a public place can help motivate you and hold you accountable to do your work. And along with that, there's also food, drinks, plenty of wall chargers, and even free Wi-Fi.
I mean, you kind of sound like an advertisement saying all that.
It's just what the studies say.
Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense why Cypress-based students go there to study.
Well, I'm glad we can agree. My name is Dylan Tripoli.
And I'm Daniel Handel, CB-TV.
Today in South Florida, the community is unifying and lacing up for an important cause. Over 500,000 children struggle with life-threatening diseases each year. This organization provides a positive perspective on those facing the unimaginable. Make-A-Wish has granted more than 550,000 wishes worldwide since 1980.
Today is an amazing day for us. It's our 16th annual Broward Walk for Wishes, and we raise money to grant wishes for children with critical illnesses. Wishes are not only this really special thing for the wish children, but it also helps them get better quicker, and it has an impact on the entire community.
87% of Make-A-Wish alumni say that their wish was a turning point in their treatment. This brave soul tells us how much this organization has impacted her.
I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's a type of cancer. It was in my chest. I went through 4 rounds of chemo and 16 rounds of radiation. I've been in remission now for 2 years. My first initial reaction was just horror, because when you think of cancer, you usually think of death. But with Make-A-Wish, it was able to guide me away from all of the scary thoughts and ideas, being harmed from this cancer. My wish was to go to Washington, D.C. When I was there, I got a private tour of the White House and was able to see the Cherry Blossom Festival. I did feel really down because before I was introduced to Make-A-Wish, I was told my chemotherapy wasn't working, and it scared me a lot because I didn't know what the next steps were gonna be. I didn't know if I was gonna make it out of this. But after Make-A-Wish, my family got hope and we started feeling better. We started looking at a better outcome, and we all ended up recovering through this together.
Stories like these inspire others to take a step towards creating smiles across the nation. You can donate at wish.org. I'm Mariana Sanin, CB-TV.
With the power of green screens, TV shows and movies are able to take us places we've never been.
Up next, Santiago pulls back the curtain and shows us how green screens really work.
Cut! No. I can't shoot like this squash shampoo. It looks too fake. Why do we even have to use those stupid green screens anyway?
Well, actually, there's an interesting history behind green screens.
Who are you? The new runner?
No, I just saw you filming and I walked in.
Oh.
Back when movies were shot on film, they used a chemical called silver halide, which would burn when exposed to light, leaving behind the negative image. When filmmakers switched to Technicolor, they had 3 separate strips of silver halide, each sensitive to red, green, or blue. Blue keying was the best back then because it was the furthest away from human skin tones and had the finest grain or resolution.
That's great, but we're shooting digital now, not film.
That's tape. But you're right. Back when digital filmmaking took over, there was a big shift to green screens, and this happened for a very simple reason. Our eyes prioritize brightness way over color, and the cells that detect that color are biased towards screen, probably from all the green. When Bryce Bayer developed camera sensors, he divided the pixels by color, but not equally. In CMOS chips, half of the pixels are dedicated to green, and the other half is split between red and blue. So when recording, the green channel will always have twice the resolution of the red and blue channel, which makes it ideal for keying.
So blue screens are better for film?
Exactly. Big studios with the budget to shoot on film use blue screens, as in film, that's the channel with the most resolution. At the end of the day, you can technically key someone out in any color. As long as your screen is evenly lit, you have at least 2 feet of space between you and your green screen, and you match the color of the foreground to the background.
Hey! You're in the shot! Action!
I'm Santiago Salguero, CB-TV.
I probably shouldn't cross this road, right? I mean, that'd be jaywalking. In the state of Florida, that would get me fined at least $250. But this wasn't always a crime. In the early 1900s, people would freely cross the street to get wherever they needed to go. The streets were an open and public space for people, horse-drawn carriages, children playing, and whatever. This was stopped with the spread of the car in the 1920s. They would use the same streets as the people and would have to avoid and drive around pedestrians as they had the right of way. Obviously, this led to accidents and deaths, and lots of them. The amount of people killed by cars skyrocketed, growing from less than 1,000 in 1901 to a staggering 15,000 by 1923. The people were outraged. They already didn't like that cars were intruding their space on the road, but they're also murdering people, and mostly elderly and children at that. Manufacturers quickly realized that if they didn't do something, the car would always be looked down upon as a dangerous and intrusive invention, and more importantly for them, car sales would tank. So, what did they do? They made up a crime. They took control of meetings convened by the Secretary of Commerce and argued for traffic laws geared towards their goal of having cars dominate the streets. And the laws worked. It established that people could only cross at crosswalks. But people didn't care. They kept on walking across the street, and police and judges rarely enforced it. So, auto groups had to get creative. They shaped news coverage of car accidents by writing full articles for newspapers to print that shifted the blame onto pedestrians and began to change the wider public's views on the dynamic between people and cars. They went as far as having stage campaigns, having an actor dress up as a clown and getting hit repeatedly by stage cars. The auto group set out to embarrass people by any means necessary, even down to the word jaywalking itself. Jay used to mean a person that didn't know how to behave in the city, attaching a bad notion to this new crime. This campaign worked extremely well, seeing as only few remember the history behind jaywalking. But now that we look back in time, it's time to look both ways and go forward. My name is Mateo Hernandez, CB-TV.
With thousands of breweries in Broward County, it's no surprise that beer has become a staple in Fort Lauderdale. But here at Lauderdale, they're drinking for a different cause.
The Florida Brewery Running Series is an organization that likes to be active, have fun, and give back. Our unique task is that we get our very good workout in so we can be strong and healthy, but then when you cross the finish line, you get a golden reward and you get to choose your beer from the bar. And then we also donate a portion of each registration to the local nonprofits. In the past 2 years, we've been working with the Abandoned Pet Rescue, which is South Florida's largest no-kill animal shelter.
6.5 million animals are brought into shelters each year. Only 4.1 million of these are adopted, leaving over 2 million animals to be either put down or left without a home.
Important to me because I rescued 2 of mine. Dogs, they shouldn't be in kennels, no matter what they do or not do.
I have a soft spot for fur babies, and I also adopted my cat from Abandoned Pet Rescue. We think they do a lot of really hard work and they're often underappreciated, so we wanted to highlight what they do.
Run for Beer is here to combine everyone's love for beer and an important cause. If you can, please adopt an animal. I'm Cody Weintraub, CB-TV.
Continuing our show, we're circling back to Seminole Ridge High School for a controversial debate.
Will AI replace humanity, or will it enhance our potential? Here's Reagan to settle the debate once and for all.
Artificial intelligence. It's more creative than you, it's smarter than you, and it's coming for your jobs. This summer, 2025, AI takeover.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. AI is scary to a lot of people. And I know that trailer you just saw might seem a little dramatic, but I promise it's based on real life. Well, at least that's what social media tells me. I mean, just listen to these real news headlines. AI chatbots already surpass average human in creativity. AI is already more creative than you. And top AI researcher reveals the scary future of employment. Now, the fear isn't totally misplaced. According to Forbes magazine, by 2025, this year, 85 million jobs may be displaced by automation. But let's look at the bigger picture. Even though 85 million jobs are going to be displaced because of AI, an impressive new 97 million new jobs are going to emerge as a result of AI. This is because, like any piece of technology, from the computer to this light panel, AI needs engineers to build programs and people to maintain them. Just look at the calculator. Now it's an essential piece of technology that everyone uses. But when the first handheld one came out in 1967, people were terrified. In 1972, more than 70% of teachers, mathematicians, and laypeople did not want calculators used in school. After the invention of the calculator, roles like human computers, people who manually performed calculations, became obsolete. And the same thing will happen with AI. But engineers, mathematicians, they all still exist. It's been repeatedly proven over time that technology amplifies human achievement rather than detracts from it. Artificial intelligence is no different. Reporting for WSRH Extra, I'm Reagan Bresnahan.
Mimi, go get ready. Tia Ori's coming to visit. Do I have to hang out with her? I barely even know her. Well, she's family. I know, but... It'll be okay. You're gonna have fun. I'll bring her later. Bye, have fun.
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, I think my sister has been kidnapped. Yeah, she went out with my aunt today and it's getting really late and my aunt isn't responding anymore and I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know where my sister is.
Hey Pombo, should I buy this in blue or in red?
Linda, did you know that over 60% of Americans shop online now?
Really?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I investigated how the shift from retail to online shopping has made an impact across South Florida.
It's her birthday tomorrow? She like this? $80? That's probably why you're not gonna see that much people here today at Broward Mall.
So many options online now. Someone who can't come to the mall, if people don't have time, depending on their lifestyle, that they can just order quickly. Things like big brands can just deliver like the next day. So it's convenient.
In 2010, 5% of retail sales happened online. In the past decade, the percentage has more than tripled, leading to deserted malls and stores. Stranded in this almost desert, I found Gabriella, who shared her experience.
The absence of people is very depressing. We never have customers and it's hard to enjoy the job without people here. Honestly, part of that transition has to be with how much people are working, because now people don't have the time to go into stores, like even Party City, to go look for items. So it's more convenient to order it from Shein and be like, oh, here it is. And then it actually tends to not be what people want in the first place. But I think just how busy people are in general is why that tradition of shopping in store for things is dying. Now malls just feel like you go there to shop and just to shop, and it doesn't feel like a space where you can get out of the house and just exist in anymore. It's just dead.
Whether you're here for online shopping or experiencing the mall for itself, it's important to realize these malls are dying, and traditions with it. My name's Samuel Pombo, CB-TV.
What's up, Cypress Bay? My name is Gustavo Zorrilla, and today I'll be testing your music knowledge in a little game that I like to call Sounds About Right. So first off, what's your name?
Leonardo Cunha.
I'm Ren. Hi. Sean Hoda.
Aaron. Gavin. First question is, which one of these bands is not real? Emil and the Sniffers, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Dawn and the Couch Cushions, or the Goo Goo Dolls?
Yeah, the first one.
The first one. The Lizard Gizzards one.
The first one, the Sniffer one.
The very first one. No one has gotten that correct. It is actually the third one. Dawn and the Couch Cushions.
I thought that was I'm stealing that. That's a good name.
Which famous rap group wrote the song Straight Outta Compton?
Oh, NWA.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Last year, who won Album of the Year?
Andre, no. Wait, what was it? Killer Mike.
Sabrina Carpenter. Taylor Swift. For Midnight. Album of the Year. It's what?
Harry Styles, Harry's House.
Last year?
Ladies and gentlemen, I looked it up last night, and I'm right. All right, last one. Which one of these four artists debuted first? Pharrell Williams, Frank Ocean, Lady Gaga, or J. Cole?
J. Cole. No. J. Cole. Oh, J. Cole's old, bro. All right, J. Cole. J. Cole.
J. Cole. Frank Ocean.
Like 1991.
You think it was Pharrell Williams?
Yeah, Pharrell. No.
You are the first one to get that correct. It's Pharrell Williams. All right, Cypress Bay, looks like you know your stuff. At least, most of you. I've been your host, Gustavo Zorrilla, CB-TV.
Well, that wraps it up here from Cypress Bay. I'm Samuel Pombo.
And I'm Linda Dubrow. If you enjoyed stories like these, make sure to check out our Broward Teen News Facebook page. See you next time.
Broward Teen News was brought to you by ProSound and Video.